Hi, happy day 134 for me in Kent Pond. Very beautiful. I left Rutland, Vermont this morning, not even this morning, excuse me, this afternoon at like 1:30 p.m. because it was storming all morning. And I only did 6 miles yesterday, so today I should have picked up the pace, but I didn't. And I went into Killington. There's like a little deli market in Killington. And as we all know, I've been alone for a bit, trying to find new friends. And there's a big group of hikers sitting at a table there. And a really nice guy just drove up and was like, hey, we want to host you guys for dinner and you can camp in our yard tonight. And so that group was like, you should come with us, because I just told them I've been alone. Ooh, look at the pond. So I'm gonna go with them because when the trail gives you a cool opportunity like that, you take it. That means I'll only have hiked 5 miles today total. But I've been feeling exhausted and lonely, and so I'm gonna do it. And I had a great time in Rutland yesterday. Loved it, and I'm excited about what tonight will bring. And then I'll get back to regular schedule miles after that. But that's the update. Okay, goodbye. Thundering Falls. Very beautiful. I got this really pretty boardwalk here in Vermont. And got a big mountain. I love Vermont. Love it, love it, love it. Here's the dinner the amazing man made us, and then he showed us magic tricks all night. We loved him.
Oh, I do this as I go. We got a black ace. We have a second black ace. I'm going to take the 2 aces.
Hello, surprise, me again, talking to my camera. Today is day 136 in the Vermont woods, but guess what? Not the Vermont woods for much longer. I'm going to New Hampshire today. I feel very overwhelmed thinking about it, and honestly a little anxious realizing the journey is kind of winding down. And as exciting as it is, it's also kind of like sad and scary to think about. So I've been having a lot of thoughts today about it, but anyway, I'm going to Hanover, New Hampshire tonight, which is a really big day for me. About almost 22 miles today to make it to Hanover, but I'm doing that because I really want to zero in Hanover. I haven't taken a zero since Great Barrington, Massachusetts, which is like the first town in Massachusetts. So I hiked all of Massachusetts and all of Vermont without taking a day off, and I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna take a zero there, and I wanted to start New Hampshire in the whites with friends. I do not want to be alone any longer. So I have a friend who's been behind me for a while, and she's not gonna zero in Hanover, so we'll meet up with perfect timing, hopefully. If I zero there, then we'll be leaving Hanover both together on the same day. So that's my plan. That's why I'm doing a huge day today, so I can zero and leave with a friend. Yeah, I don't have much else to say, other than it's a long day, it's an exciting day, and yeah, I'm ready to get to town. Whew, okay, happy day 136. I don't know if I made a video yesterday or the day before, but things have been just like exhausting and moving quickly and all that stuff. So anyway, there's my update. Goodbye. So I don't know if you can really read this, but it says hornets. Very relevant sign. I just came from that direction, so it would have been good to see on the other end, because for the second time on the trail, I just got stung 3 times in a row by hornets on my legs, and I'm in a lot of pain, and I really I hate ground hornets. That is 6 stings now I've gotten from ground hornets' nests, and they hurt. But there's nowhere good to take a break. So anyway, that's the update. So the AT goes right through this little town. Here's the park. This is the AT right here. As we know, my favorite thing is when the AT goes straight through a town. There's a blaze. But this is my last town in Vermont, and I'm swiftly approaching the Connecticut River, which will take me into New Hampshire, which is exciting and scary and overwhelming, but I'm ready for you, New Hampshire. I'm ready. Okay, I am walking over the bridge to New Hampshire. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh, New Hampshire! I've really walked far, huh? Oh, that's just insane. My last state before Maine. Oh my goodness. Ah. I want to like pat it. So cool. So an AT hiker tradition is to go to the Dartmouth dining hall when you get to Hanover because of the all-you-can-eat quality of it, and what hiker doesn't want to do that? So here's me admiring all the food after my 22-mile day. I was starving. Look how much food I got, and I went back. You know I went back for more. It was amazing. I highly recommend if you're a hiker or if you're anyone. And look at all the cereals they have. Are you kidding me? It's hiker heaven in there, okay? Love this AT tradition. And then the hostel we were staying at had this elevation map of the entire AT. And I'm pointing there at where I was and what was in front of me, so you can see the mountains get a lot crazier, and I'm nervous. Okay, I'm in Hanover, which is home to Dartmouth College. I believe I'm on their green right now. Yeah, it's really cool. There's some more cool Dartmouth buildings. This one's pretty interesting. I love walking around college campuses. So that's what I'm doing right now on my 0 day at 10 a.m. walking Dartmouth campus. This pizza place gives through hikers a free slice. I finally found my friends! Okay, first climb of New Hampshire done. Still feels like Vermont climbs at the moment, but we're still like 30 miles from the whites, so cheers. Very pretty. Look at this view. Today is day 138, and I left Hanover this morning at around 10 a.m. and I finally found friends again. And that's a very good feeling because I am going to be going into the Whites with a group of friends. One of the girls is somebody I met right in the very beginning, and we just got separated and we're only apart by a few days, and I zeroed yesterday in Hanover and she did not, so she caught me, and now I get to hike with a fun group of people, and I'm really happy about it because it's been a while. So we're planning out our days together for the Whites ahead, and that feels really good that I'll have a group for the Whites. Anyway, today, my friend Jeff, that's her name, because she really likes Survivor and Jeff Probst. Anyway, her mom was visiting, and her mom offered to slack pack us from Hanover to a road 14 miles away. So we did that in the beginning of the day, and then picked up our packs and are hiking some more now with our full packs on. So about 3 miles to go from, well, 3 miles from where we got our full packs to the shelter. I just finished a really steep climb. Classic New Hampshire, I've heard, but today is only my first day hiking through New Hampshire. And yeah, we'll stay at a shelter tonight all together. And I'm just in a really good mood to not be alone anymore. Yeah, happy day 138 in New Hampshire, my first day in New Hampshire. I think I found like the coolest sign. It's this big stone post And it's telling me I'm 412 miles away from Katahdin, which is crazy. Seems really low, doesn't it? Oh, look, on this side tells you how many you are from Springer, so very cool. It's actually not right, but every year it just changes, so I guess they can't ever fully get those numbers right. But this year, we have gone about 1,770 miles so far, which is pretty cool. New Hampshire is so pretty. But man, this is a tough climb. I am climbing up Smarts Mountain at the moment, and it's taking it out of me, but it's gorgeous. Well, that's the top of the mountain. Always a little disheartening looking at how much you have left. I've been climbing for over an hour, and that's the end of it, but okay. Pretty, very hard. Okay, this is the hardest climb I've done since, I don't even, like, Virginia, and it is straight up into the air, 1,000 feet per mile, and oh my goodness, it is Smarts Mountain. There's some rungs, ladder rungs up there, if you can see them. Right up there. But it's like day 2 in New Hampshire, and it is already showing us what our future is about to look like. Smarts Mountain nearly killed me. And I'm on the fire tower. Sleepover. The Hexagon Shelter. On top of Hexacube Mountain. So pretty. It appears that we're passing a camp. That's pretty cool. And we are also approaching very close to the White Mountains. Hello, today is day 140. I forgot to record a video yesterday because I was just all caught up in having friends again. I finally have friends again, and I feel like I'm back in middle school, and I'm so excited about it, and it's just a great feeling. Anyway, yesterday we hiked 12 miles, short day, because it was a really hard day. The climb up Smarts Mountain was the hardest climb I've done, probably, since like North Carolina. Like, it was hard. But it's one of those things where everybody has a mountain like that, where if you're just in a weird mood or tired for that day or whatever, it kills you, even if it's objectively like not the hardest mountain in the world. So that's what happened to me yesterday. So I was very grateful for only 12 miles. And then we had a big sleepover in the Hexacube Shelter. And it was really fun. I just, like, my heart is so full having friends again. And being in a group and knowing you'll all be at the same place at night together and planning your days together. So, that being said, today we are hiking 16 miles to the base of Mount Moosilauke, which means we will be at the base of the White Mountains tonight. The first huge, very hard climb of the White Mountains. And it's really surreal. It's kind of scary. People have been talking about the White Mountains since day 2, literally day 2. I remember going up Blood Mountain and somebody saying, all right, now you've done that, start getting nervous for the Whites. So it's constantly talked about, and for good reason, because it's a big challenge, and it's kind of nerve-wracking with the weather and Mount Washington having the highest wind records in the world and stuff like that. So it's nerve-wracking, but I'm starting to get a little excited about it because it's also supposed to be one of the most beautiful parts of the entire trail and very rewarding. And it's just so talked about that I feel like I've waited 4 months just to get here. So it's exciting, but I am really nervous and I'm feeling grateful to have friends with me. So anyway, we're doing 10 miles to a road that has a restaurant on it. And then we are gonna go eat lunch all together and then finish up our day to a shelter and be at the base of Moosilauke. And tomorrow all we're doing is the Moosilauke climb, because apparently it's nuts. Apparently the downhill is steeper than the waterfall next to it. So anyway, it's nerve-wracking, but we're gonna take the whites slowly and take our time and do slack packing when we can. And I have friends, so at least I won't be alone up there. Exciting, nerve-wracking, all the above. And that's what I'm thinking about today. White Mountain National Park, I'm coming for you. Happy day 140. Very good pun. I wish they spelled it miss though. Okay, and that is my last climb before Moosilauke and the White Mountains. And I am nervous. But I'm excited but nervous. My dad texted me today saying that the highest ever, like record high, on Mount Washington is 70 degrees. That's the highest they've ever recorded on top of Mount Washington. So it's gonna be cold. We found this beautiful swimming hole and waterfall right at the base of Moosilauke. Well, here I stand at the base of Mount Moosilauke, the entrance to the White Mountains, and notably one of the harder mountains in the entire White Mountain National Park. And I feel all types of things. I know this surely will be one of my hardest challenges of the entire trail, and it's right at the end, so I feel good about the fact that I've prepared for months and months and months, and that we've been talking about this section of the trail since day one of the trail. And it's just a really surreal feeling, and I just wanted to record myself before I go through it, reminding myself that I can do this, even if I'm not sure how good I will be at it, and that I've already learned so many incredible lessons from this trail, and I want to take in everything it has to offer till the end, because today we passed the 400 miles until Katahdin mark, so now we're in the 300 range, 390 something, so really the 400 range, but we're getting really close. And I'm starting to get kind of sad, actually, because I've just been doing it for so long. And so I say all of this as a beginning of the end post and a reminder that even when you're so scared, to keep moving forward. So tomorrow I do the climb and I do it with friends. And I think that's what I'm most excited about. See how it goes.